Okay.
Okay, go.
Hey, welcome everybody to Battle Pirates Crib. We're going to talk about VXP weekend. We're going to have Mike run through it. Kenny's on a cruise,
Yay.
so hopefully he doesn't get put in quarantine for a while. And we'll talk about Skinfest 2020. And I put the link in the right hand side in case anybody'd like to join the show. So let's go. How are you doing, Magic Mike?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Okay.
Lady
And
Cat, how are you?
Hello, everyone.
Oh, I didn't mean to introduce.
That's okay. They know I'm not you. They know I'm not FA, so they figure I must be Lady Cat.
okay, well, let's go to the
Sorry, Jeff.
calendar. The calendar.
Oh.
All right. Right now, we're in the beginning of a 3-week FM cycle, so it means your raid's going to come sooner than it did last raid by 1 week. And hey, Stormcatcher.
Hey.
And right now, we are in special event Escape Velocity / Skinfest 2020. And we're also involved with VXP weekend. Next week we have Bounty, the OP12 release, and the February CM Diary. So we'll talk about Escape Velocity and VXP weekend. Anybody and further slides, but anybody have anything they want to talk about regarding this?
No, it just seems like the raid's coming too soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we think we have time really to? Looks like it's going to be a real radioactive raid
Yeah.
based on the.
Yeah, it's
Little
going to
bit
make us go ballistic.
Yeah, too many things going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's hopefully we can get the VXP weekend simplified for everybody. I've seen some hit targets that didn't look like I hit one and I took a fair amount of damage until I realized but we'll get to that in a second. But I got it all done and skulled. Not a lot of repairs, and got it all done within one crew. So I got my Punisher skulled, and that's what we're going to have Mike walk through.
Yeah, that's awesome. Forward to
So, and again, the link's there. And if anybody wants to, I don't know, maybe Mike. I don't know if anybody wants to walk through the 900 or the 101, or back to them.
the 101. I'm afraid to do the 900. I don't think I make it.
Yeah. So, but if anybody's up for doing those, feel free to join. Because I'm not. I did a couple, and I'm not too big into the prizes, but the targets are sort of fun. But I've been spending more time so far on VXP weekend and the FM. So
I hit a 101 and got an hour and a half damage.
yeah, Mike's getting.
I got one. I was getting him for.
Well, we're gonna get to that, but yeah, let's.
Yep. Okay.
Let's save that one. And also, I would get ready with finding a target.
I'm
And,
ready.
Okay, you're ready? Okay, well, let's go to the next one. Let's see what we have next.
As long as it doesn't reap.
Okay, this is the 100 VXP target. Most of the time when I see this target hit, people have hit some part of this middle right here. It's partially damaged, but not a lot of damage. But after I hit it, I hit it once and realized my Punishers weren't really doing too much on this target. I had to change. I'm going to click. Okay. I used my Dragoons to kill these three. And took between 20 and 30 minutes of damage doing that. and then one more click. I retreated my dragoons and brought my punishers in across the top of the screen. Came down, killed 2 of each building. Killed 2 buildings, retreated, repeated, da 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 da. And I was getting like 89, 90,000 VXP with no damage on my punishers, and like I said, 20 or 30 minutes on my dragoon fleet with no crew on the dragoon fleet. So we'll have Mike run through that, and we'll talk about whatever in the meantime. So
I'm at your service whenever you want to do it.
Okay, go full screen.
Let me go full screen myself. I am sharing.
Okay, remember first time with the dragoons.
Okay, let me find.
Go across the top.
Tell me when.
No, you're good.
Go? Okay. I will have to put a crew on my. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah, this one's intact. So, yep. Just run them across the top of the screen. There is a chance if you don't keep on going, that this ballistic turret right here.
This guy?
Well, okay. Yeah, you're okay. Well, you can just go back and just go down, hit that ballistic turret first. Keep your little cone facing forward, because that's going to fire out a bunch of stuff and should kill it pretty quickly. And cone fire is the good stuff. And okay, no, you didn't kill it. You didn't kill it.
I didn't. Okay. Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Okay. Now go back up. Yeah, if you don't, you don't need to go all the way back. All you're going is at this point is to retreat. Yeah, but if you don't, if you get a little sloppy with it, there's a chance that this ballistic turret towards the middle will fire at you. So the one that's a little bit, that's a mine.
What do we got right here? Okay, it's a mine.
Those are mines, and it's not really of that much interest in VX and what I'm talking about. But these mines, from what I've been told, is once you hit those things that look like outposts, we'll start to move. They're not targetable. It doesn't bode well for me liking the targets we're actually going to see in the raid. But we did have, I can't remember exactly what it was, but we did have swirling mines. Not too, I don't know, I guess it's been several years ago. But
yeah, I'm not fond of mines I can't target.
Okay. Just so you know, you already have 6 hours, 40 minutes, 38 seconds of damage. Mike tried it,
Yeah, I did it the other way.
Yeah.
Way. I left my dragoons in there so I could hold the target.
Yep. There you go. But yeah, just so everybody knows, he already has 6 hours and 40 minutes of damage.
Yeah, I didn't know. Take that.
Just hit the retreat button.
I will. I was writing down something.
Okay. Nope. All right. Well, it went through really fast. It went through really fast, but you'll notice nothing was evaded. Even though when I hit the target, you can go now. You can. Oh, well, you took twice as much damage that I took, but I don't know why. But
I got a better build than I did.
Yeah. But it doesn't show any damage being evaded of either type. Even when I was hitting the targets, I did notice that the ballistic was sometimes missing when I was moving. So I don't know if it counts if it's dumbfire, but pretty fast. If that doesn't count as evade. but it so far doesn't appear that evade is really something that you need at this point, unless there's, I look around, there's only 2 turret types, mines, and that's about it, and then buildings. So
You can do it again if you want me to, so we can see what those stats are. I'm sorry, I forgot about.
no problem. But you don't have engines on yours, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay. So it's a good example, to show that you don't even need engines. And how many weapons do you have?
I
on
have
them?
one of the limited weapons on all of them. I have one that has 2,
Okay.
and one of them is U1.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
So
just go down and kill these. Just aim at that top one, the one at
target
12.
this guy.
No, the one at 12, the one up next to it, the one to the left of it. That one, and you should hit both of them. I said it took 20 to 30 minutes of damage. So I did take like 28 minutes of damage, so I rounded it up. But I took 20 at times, so close enough. But I think it will target the second building.
Should I kill them both?
Yeah, you want to kill them both.
Okay. Well, that's right. And then you said I can sit right there and then time out.
You'll retreat after 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, I was getting like 87, 88. I have a screenshot somewhere.
You want me to go back to the base and see what the...
Yeah, if you want to, you can see what you can get from an individual one.
Yeah.
But make sure to lock it up. The idea is you want to just boom, 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 go through all 9 buildings. I tend to take, there's one in the middle. So.
And then when you come back, you target, obviously, these guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Maggie, you want to go out and back in because there's a maximum amount of VXP you can get per encounter. You don't have to go back to your base to get this. You just need to leave the target and come back in. You don't want to go in and kill all these at once because you've already have the sunk investment of taking the damage on your dragoons. So you don't want to, sort of waste that investment. Dragoons. He used the dragoons first to kill them, and that's when he took 38 minutes of damage. I took between 21 and 28 minutes of damage with mine. It could have been luck of the draw, but your dragoons are
39 minutes, 19 seconds, actually, is what I took.
Okay. All right.
And are they back?
Okay.
Come on. Okay, I got 21,630 point VXP.
Okay. So we don't have to do that after this, but yeah, you got
21,000,
and you still have the same damage that you took before.
Yes.
And
awesome.
Yeah, and you can do this 2, 3, 3 more times.
Awesome.
How much total VXP do we need?
Do you need? I think they're 100,000 each, so you need 400,000.
Depends on how many chips you got.
Yeah.
I got 4.
So, I mean, just so you know, like, as you've seen, he's getting 21,000. He'll probably get 21,000 for each of the next ones. So, and he could have been, hung on a target if you really wanted to keep your damage to an absolute minimum. Sort of at 38 minutes or 39 minutes, you're not going to get instant repair on each ship. But it's still not. It's way less damage than if you were trying to kill them with with the ship the Mike has, with no engine and one launcher on each ship.
Yeah, and for
You-
those of you that
Not horrible, that's for sure. This is a
Yeah.
good.
for those of you that thought you'd be smart and just suicide them and then repair, don't.
No,
Too
No,
late.
10 hours of damage.
since
No.
it was a couple of days left, I was just going to let those overnight repair or whatever, and then I was hoping there was some
I was hoping for 5,
work.
do it on my lunch break from work and then do it when I got home. But
Mhm.
Didn't even want to use the grease. I didn't even want to spend a grease monkey crew, to be honest with you.
I have so much trouble rolling grease monkeys.
Yep. And then this guy, I find the one on the right.
Yeah, I think just hang there, and I think you're going to kill the middle one and that one. You're coming in at a slightly different angle, but yeah, if you start to kill a third one,
That'll
yeah,
get-
kill that middle one.
I think it might. No, it might not.
Okay, yeah, you just want to retreat at this point and then come back in.
Now, do you go farther to the right?
Yeah, I was going farther to the right, but I mean, you can kill that one because I don't really know if it's 1.5 or 2 or 2.5 where you max out, but it's somewhere right around 2.
That's all right.
Do you have evade on these ships? You should. Well, they're not getting fired at, so it's not really relevant at this point. But
I have no specials on this.
but when we took a look at the battle report, even using the dragoons that have evade, there was no evade shown in there. So that part is a little bit confusing.
If it helps, I'll hit another fresh one with the dragoons and wait if you want to diagnose or.
Yeah, it's just confusing as far as evade could be working, but it's just not showing up in the battle report, which is a little bit misleading. Unless there's some people that are getting it, I just don't. Maybe I don't have enough evade on my dragoons. I forget what it is at this point, but maybe it's But as I recall, I was putting evade on on those ships. So Ren, what do you think? Besides the fact that it seems logical that you have ballistic and launchers and whatnot, that we should have evade here. Okay. Okay, did it, and it's okay. If you're over 50% evade, let me double check what my dragoons are, because I think my dragoons were, I think they're over 50% of it. Well, no, never mind, because there's no real reason to have evade on dragoons. So yeah, that could be because the damage was coming from the UAVs, so which don't have any. So there wasn't, but I'll double check. But personally, I hit it with mine, and okay, 59% evade was able to avoid 17. Okay, so alrighty. So maybe there is a use for it, and it's just hard to tell. So maybe the Scorcher turbine is not the. Okay, maybe the Scorcher turbine is not the way to go. Maybe it is the. Maybe you do go with the sync drive.
How much extra evade do you get from that sync drive?
Is it 15 or 18? I forget.
I'll be honest, I was looking at it and I thought the sync drive was probably the better choice, just from what I can remember from a few days ago. But
well, you get the extra damage associated with the Scorcher turbine. So,
but wasn't it? isn't there an increase in speed too, or something, with the sync drive?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think I saw evade in there as well.
Cuddle's going here. Damage over evade. But yeah, just make this your last hit on this one.
Do all three of those?
You might as well.
Okay.
I mean,
if I need more, I can just do it later.
Yeah, because you've already gotten 21. Yeah. You probably need to hit another set. We probably won't show that on
That'd be fine.
Yeah.
But if you want, again, I can do the.
But we'd have to see what the evade is on your dragoons.
That's easy.
To see because what Ren's saying is that with 59% evade, he was getting a 17% reduction from the cannon turret, and then 74 it went up to 47. So yeah.
If you have high evade on your ship, then that's going to help you against the ballistics, but not the radioactive. Or will it help you against both?
We don't know.
Because I was thinking about the sync drives too. But I'm not sure which sync drive is going to be best.
Well, don't you want the radio one? Because there's a lot of radioactive in here. I know.
Yeah.
Like all these are rads, right? All these.
Yeah, all those
fired
coaxial ones are rads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they were born coaxial and they grew up to be radioactive. It's a little bit odd how they're doing this, but yeah, they are rad turrets.
Yeah, and they have a long range radioactive damage, which is pretty small. Then when you get about the tiny bit closer than your weapon range, they deal a lot more radioactive damage. I don't know if you covered that already, but
no, because I only had to hit with the dragoons. I only had to hit them twice, and like I said, I had a range, and that must have been the reason because I had a range of like from 20 to 28 minutes. So I might have been kiting them better at when I got 20, and then I got a little bit more emboldened when I hit them at 28. If that does that line up with what you're saying?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
Ren's saying there that the long range turret is splash based. I was seeing evade, but maybe I need to try it again. I was seeing accuracy based.
Yeah, just go back and show that you've had one more. So you didn't take any damage. You've already claimed, what was it, 21,000?
Mm.
So
let's see what comes up.
So it's an easy way for average damage if it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 38 minutes, 39.
For 38 minutes damage to VXP to rank your ships, that's awesome. Okay, so I do need to do it again.
So yeah, so you had already claimed 21 or 27? 21.
I think it's 21.
Yeah, 21. So that would put you at 85 or 85, 86 for a half, no damage on this, and
Oh, and I still got 34 minutes left on my
crew. So yeah,
so I can go do another one.
Yeah. Well, before you do one, see what the evade is on your dragoons. I can't. You're gonna have to read it to me.
Yeah, I gotta find it first. Yeah. Evade bonus is 30.
Okay, I was 36. So yeah. With what Renato is saying, it's you wouldn't see a reduction because the evade is not a.
Yeah, I'm at 36. 36%. So I can go do another one. If you want me to do it on air, that's fine too. And
I don't think it's
up to you guys.
I don't think it's necessary. It confirms what we saw earlier, and it confirms what Ren's been doing.
Yep. I mean, you're proving the point. So the point is,
Yeah.
prep with your dragoons and take no damage with your new ships. Off you go. Okay, I'm gonna go offshore. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Derpy, is there anything you want to cover on VXP?
The targets seem to make sense. I like the method you're showing there, doing things for free.
Mm-hmm.
It's fairly straightforward. The one change I wish would happen is those yellow. When you kill one of those yellow marked buildings, which is a change I suggested they have in there, marking them, it triggers some of those mines, but it doesn't trigger all of them. I wish they might have different colors, or you could mouse over one and would highlight the ones that are actually released. That's my only complaint about these targets, but they seem to make sense. They're pretty straightforward.
And so when you hit one of these outpost-looking buildings with the flag on them, they start to move. Do they move like they're chasing you, or do they move like? All I've done is this target.
Yeah, they move in a predetermined direction to a predetermined location on a predetermined path. They don't move towards you. They'll move they'll move in a set direction every time. So if you learn that, you can avoid that every time.
Okay. And do they like go off the map or eventually, or?
They'll move towards one spot and then they'll collapse and disappear at that one spot.
Okay. So you don't, because when I looked at this target initially, I was like, oh, I'm not driving through this crap. This is just not, trying to sneak through all this stuff. I was like, this does not look enjoyable. But now that I see what you're saying, you probably only need to sneak through by a couple of them.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it works out. It's still annoying. I still wish there were fewer, but it is pretty manageable.
How long does it take for them to get out of the way?
30. It seems like 30 seconds, which is a long time for these targets.
Would you like to know I just did the Dragoon. Would you like to know the damage stats? Ballistic.
Sure.
Ballistic, I had 0 evade, 22 resisted, 5% taken. Radioactive, I had 0 evaded, 67 resisted, 7% taken.
Okay, so it makes sense it lines up with what Rem was saying earlier, that you need to have, it has 200 around 200% accuracy, so you need to have your evade over 50% to even start to see anything happening.
Is that why certain ships would get killed first?
I took a snip of it in case you wanted.
Okay. So, put center on.
I'll go mute.
Okay. Is there anything, Derpy, are you interested in the do anything associated with the Skinfest 2020 / escape velocity?
No, the 900 target stuck.
Okay.
I tried it 3 times, finally completed it once co-op, and you'd have to pay me money to hit that again.
Okay.
Or you couldn't pay me money even.
Okay. Well. So the 900. Give me a click, Lady Cat. Okay. So you get the 3 skins, which you can get through the 100, but then you need to have the main reason to hit that the 900 target is for the shard drops for the extra skin, the Punisher.
Yeah, the fancy skin, sure.
Okay, yeah. So one more click. So if you don't want to hit the 900, you're not going to get the 4th skin out of the 4 available for the Punisher. So and whenever I was watching somebody in my sector hit them, it was a lot of death and dismemberment was going on. So
yeah.
So just put some meatloaf on the radio. You have to.
Even if you complete it, you'll come away with 13 hours damage, and it's not half repair time. So
Right.
I
Well-
think it is the hardest target in the history of Battle Pirates.
Well, that most of
Um,
us won't even give it a try.
There's not a. Maybe I'm okay. I guess I'm saying there's a conversation that's off. Whatever. Okay, sorry. So okay. But what about the? Does anybody? Do you have any interest in the 100?
I know some people have done it, and people are getting down to instant repair. If you want me to show that one, I could.
Yeah,
Pretty quickly.
Mike's got an instant repair in the base, but
Well, that's probably better than me.
he does have a triple salty on right now. So, from doing the VXP, so I'm not sure if he is up for that.
I can't say I do it every time. I said I did it.
Okay.
If I make a mistake, then obviously I suffer for that mistake. But
Okay.
the first time I did get instant repair in the base,
Yeah.
and I haven't done a lot of them. But I watched Derpy's co-op, and I'm not trying that. That's thanks, Derpy.
Yeah, third try.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah. If you want to hit the 101, just so people that haven't hit it get an idea and some of the the general format, because
I will in a little bit because I'm inside that. I'm still doing the Punisher target.
Yeah, Derpy's gonna show us.
Oh, okay. You're talking to Derpy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah, I seen Derpy hit the 900. I felt bad for him.
Well, he made it through. He made it through. When I was watching people hit the 900 in my sector, they get about a halfway done and then they would sink. So
You made it, but it is brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing, you got to have eyes in the back of your head, so to speak.
Yeah, especially to dodge all the torpedoes.
That's what I mean. They just come from everywhere. And I really wasn't aware they all came from that one source.
Yeah, they just are. They don't have the same timer on them. They have, I guess, more fuel, so to speak.
Oh no, it's
So they can keep on circling around and coming back for you, as opposed to exploding in a much closer range.
Anyway, y'all ready for the 101?
Yep. Are you sharing?
Go for it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm sharing.
Yep, you are. You're 10 full screen.
No
promises I do this instant repair, but
No.
You can't, because you never know. I mean, you never know when that odd smart torp is going to come out of nowhere and kick your butt,
Yeah.
And this is a pretty good target, right? It pays out 10,000 points, which is a chest worth.
Yeah.
Nice, and they raise the payout slightly, so you get like 10,050 or 10,700 every time instead of 9,980, which is good.
Because there was those first two ships that it kills right away that were part of the 10,000. So, but explain your thought. You got to avoid all the smart torps. But once, okay, you just missed the mine. The mines appear. Do the mines do that much damage, or do they just slow mine, slow/stun mine?
Don't they stun?
I can't tell. They definitely slow you down. And I'm going in circles here. If you spin in a circle, you pretty much are always turning, so the torps can never. If you move in a straight line, you'll get hit by the torpedoes. So if you go in a circle, you'll avoid most of them.
Yeah.
The torpedo towers that you hit that shows the rings, you kind of need to leave them up there because that thing does dive.
Yeah, it's a mercy.
Yeah.
They're coming in behind you.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah, because eventually you're getting close to that point. Once it gets down to about somewhere between 5 and 10% health, it dives down and becomes much more difficult to kill. But maybe when you hit that one right there, that keeps it afloat a little bit longer.
Yeah, when it turns in that has that red mode on it, if you get it into that torpedo aura, it will stun itself and will freeze.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, I ran over a mine. Oh, I got close to it. But this one, the 900, will spawn 2 smaller ships that kind of like protect it or whatever. This one doesn't. Okay, here we go. Here's that deep dive or overload, whatever that you talked about.
Right.
Mhm.
So I want to get it close to torpedo tower. I want to get it in this big torpedo aura, because if it does, the torpedo tower didn't spawn an aura. But if it gets into
it'll freeze up on you.
the drop the package, whatever,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
it's still there.
Okay, he's still there.
Yeah, you've been taking damage because of it too.
Yeah, it's more connection issues. When I submitted a ticket, I was told that it's my fault, so there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. Right.
Did they have you do the testing?
Yeah, they had me do a trace route, and I can't get around the firewall on my system, so they couldn't prove if it's my fault or not. So anyway, that's the main target. By the time it comes back, it will probably be dead. The target will. My fleet will still survive, but
Yeah, you're still swimming around.
sorry about that. Running into issues.
Are you using the Kicks fleet? What? I can't see it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is the free Kickstarter fleet.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's just jumping around everywhere.
I can see that. It's
I
Yeah.
think it's
jerky.
But at this point, yeah, the lag is sort of killing it. But yeah, at this point, as far as, well, not really killing your fleet, but as far as once you get the red and you get the ring coming from them, and I do think it's potentially on your side because your voice goes away at the same time. There we go.
but right here.
I don't see anything.
It runs into that torpedo aura, it stuns itself and stops, and is easier to kill. That's what you want to do. It's easier if your screen works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Ren and Apex both have videos on that. I have one recorded but not edited yet, so go watch one of theirs and see how to do it for free. Anyway, that gets 10,000 points. Usually closer to half an hour damage. But there we go.
All right, then the next
Okay.
question would be, why are we hitting them?
That
And
was
what are
my
we
question.
getting out of the chest?
To what end? Yeah. To what end are we taking all this abuse?
And they haven't posted what's in the chest, but I've seen people, I think Cuttlefish got a DOS crew, disposable skullduggery. Other people got uranium, titanium skins.
I got a Warfrat crew.
Oh, 50K Zintium. That was worth.
Yeah, there we go. That's really exciting. Thank you. 4 hours for 50K Zynthium. Very nice.
That's
So that
I
that's
got 2
cool,
Punisher skins. So.
I mean, is there any real good reason to have to? This is a purely optional event, right? I mean,
You're
purely,
correct. 100% optional.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
nothing to really push your game forward, I guess is what I'm saying. You're just going to get some odds and ends, bits and bobs.
And some skins.
I've seen a
Well, if I can't get 4 of them, I don't care.
I've seen a fake picture that I can't remember what page it's on.
Oh.
Somebody's got it where they it said 50 coins. And you could tell it was fake.
Yeah, I don't think they would give 50 coins.
If there was,
You can also get some build tokens or upgrade.
Now that would be worthwhile.
Wait.
But it's tier 8 stuff that you're getting that.
Oh,
Right.
not getting punished.
Yeah, it's old things.
not generic.
See, I was all excited, really excited for this event because the
Skins, reds.
BP next week said that we're going to get some stuff for the Punisher. So I was thinking upgrade tokens, build tokens, maybe some of the limited weapons. I was thinking this is going to be really cool. And I feel a little disappointed that it's not as cool as I thought it was. The skins are nice. I like the skins I've gotten so far. I've gotten 2.
I was asking you how many you got.
Well, I got 2 for the Punisher, and I got 2 for the Riot.
It just,
which is kind of nice. I like skins. I like to be able to tell when a ship in my fleet is different from the others, just visually. So skins to me are good for that. And when you have more than one fleet, like we do now, it's nice to tell my fleets apart from each other. But other than that, it's just, they just look good. And I'm not going to spend coin to look good, except in real life. That's another story.
I think
it's but I'm still not skulled on those doggone things.
I think this event is for if you ain't got nothing else to do, do it.
I think I agree with you.
We've got a lot of FM to do.
I'd rather do FM and get those armors.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to get in the FM, and we've got VXP, which now, thanks to FA, and I'm sure there's other people doing other things, but we'll be able to get VXP done without spending a lot of time or coins, which is good.
Yes.
And like Chuck said, the really good thing is the new skins will work on the flagship, the Punisher skins. Wish I had a flagship to try it on. Wish there was a flagship in this event.
It will come out in Village.
This is a strange event. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the season is.
It's just the way I feel about it, myself personally. It's a strange event.
Well, I will say I have tried the 101s, and I've really enjoyed them. They're kind of fun. Challenge and something new and something different.
Yep. I'm going to do them.
Yeah, I had fun.
I'm going to do them.
I haven't done them instant repair, but I have enjoyed doing them.
Yeah.
It's just that it's not what I'm getting isn't worth the value.
Right.
But the fun factor's there for me. So that sort of makes up for it. But I have to balance my FM and my VXP and this and try to figure out where I'm going to spend my time.
Speaking about FM, when I first saw the briefing, I was fixing to go ballistic when I saw them dropping the points on them. But then I realized dropping the points on the targets. But then I scrolled down and realized they dropped the points on the prizes too.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that'll work. But if they had dropped the points on the targets, but didn't drop the points on the prizes, I would have been going ballistic.
Yeah, they just divided everything by 2,000 and called it good. I think it was a little excessive. We could have divided everything by 20 or 200, but
it was a surprise. And the only thing I didn't like about it was it made it confusing for me to compare to previous ones. So because we're always just saying comments about we're going to need 1 billion points soon, we can't really say that anymore. But we're going to have, and we can't even say we'll need to hit 20 targets because they keep changing the targets and the amounts for the targets. So it's just harder to compare to the past. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's so that when they add the new escalation special after the raid, the new engine or battery or whatever we get,
right?
And it would be 110 million the old way. Now we just see 50K, and we think, oh, that's pretty good.
Right.
Anyway, did y'all hear the news about the app?
No.
Yeah, the app is gone.
It's gone.
It still works right now, but they reevaluated it and found that it did not meet their requirements or whatever it was, so they're going to remove it.
Oh, no.
What do you think that means, though?
It means they're just going to not update it, and we won't be able to use it starting, I don't know if it will take a day, a week, or a month, but they're on the forums. They posted that they're gonna end support for it.
Well, yeah, you can't use it at this point because
You,
I'm
you
wondering.
can use it right now. Right now it works. You can use it.
Okay,
It
okay,
will be gone for good.
okay, yeah, because I was wondering if they're going to add some, since the transition to HTML5, that people could use mobile devices, and they might add some functionality in there that might be similar to the app, but you could just run it off of a browser on your mobile device. Or because I haven't seen, because sometimes things come across as like, we're ending this, but they don't say, well, we're working on this all the time. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't want to get you in trouble. I'm just saying that, that's what I would have hoped to have seen, that we're ending this, but we're working on adding new functionality in browser-based, mobile browsers.
I actually can't find the announcement anymore.
Well,
Yeah, I didn't use it often, but I would use it to see if I needed to go repair my base or occasionally to swap fleets.
Well, you should be able to do that kind of stuff, like repair your base with HTML5 at this point, right?
An Apple.
What?
I have an iPhone.
No, well, HTML5, it doesn't work with your iPhone?
Puffin. Doesn't work with Puffin.
Okay. I haven't tried with a mobile device. Does anybody out, if you're using HTML5, I've seen people are having better luck.
Does it work with
I'm an
Safari?
Android guy.
Does anybody know if the game works in Safari?
Give me about 5 minutes and I'll try to get an answer for you on that one.
Okay. Yeah, because it seems odd to end it because there's, a lot of players that use that because there is sort of a special functionality associated with the app as far as click, go, go find a target. You don't have to go searching the map for a target.
Right.
So,
And it was convenient to do that at times. I don't auto that many targets, but if you're doing 120s, it's great.
Maggie, is that Puffin iOS or Android?
That's good news. I'm gonna have to try it.
Yeah.
If I can repair my base on my phone, that'd be great.
I think, yeah. I mean, because before they ended the Flash stuff, so HTML5, as long as you...
I have to be in HTML5 from my computer.
Yeah, to get there. Yeah, because that was the question I asked on the Wednesday show, because I was told that HTML5 would be the default from the update before last update, and I'm still personally default to Flash.
Is that because, are you playing from that little Chrome add-on that they made? Or if I go from the forums, it loads up in Flash?
It
loads up, if I go from the forums, it goes up in...
Facebook.
Okay.
So that might be the difference. That add-on might be around, but I don't even see it on my screen anymore. But yeah, I don't click on, I don't click on it to start.
Damnation just listed the flavor text for the, there you go.
Well, I just loaded up the game on my iPhone XR, and I can log in, and it in HTML5, and it works.
Awesome.
Does not very well. There's a bunch of black things on the entire screen, probably 3 frames per second, but I can navigate to my dock, and then the game crashes. So.
Yeah, Maggie's she's still a Flash fan. Why she's on the show for Skinfest 2020. So,
to be honest, I have not had good luck with HTML5 yet as well.
So I loaded up the game, but then it crashed and refreshing. It's not working. So it's not. I don't think it's even going to be stable enough loading it up on your phone on Safari to be able to log on and repair a fleet.
Yeah, that's not good.
Okay.
That's the one thing I would do from my phone because you can't be home all the time, and because you need your base to repair. Um, it's good to be able to. Well, you couldn't anyway. At least I couldn't repair my base, but I could at least repair my fleets.
So they're getting rid of the app. I wish they wouldn't. Hashtag don't delete the app. But I don't know what we can do about it.
Probably not much, but we can really let them know that we need another way to access the game through.
Yeah, and they could build that into. It seems like something they could build into the standard browser version, but I don't know enough about that to confirm that and whether that's a good idea for them. Being able to find targets with just a click. That's not something because that's something I would sort of like as opposed to, trying to find a 127 in the FM. I have to click, 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 click in order to find one.
But the problem is because you can't see it, you don't know that somebody's beat you there.
Yeah.
Just never goes in battle.
I have no issues with HTML5 with my PC wife. Politically correct wife cannot use HTML5 or Windows 8. I didn't realize that, Windows 8 was politically correct, but I'll believe you on this one, Ben.
When I'm out and running around, I use the BP app for FMs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was on one of my trips up north to see our kids, I actually ran one of the raids with the BP app. So without it, if I'm out and about, I am not going to be able to do anything.
From what I recall, there's a lot of truck drivers that play this game, and they were using the app a lot because that's all they had when they're on the road.
Yeah.
They're going to be losing players.
But like I said, I'm curious if they're going to add, because it's HTML5 at this point, are they going to be adding functionality that will key over for the mobile version of the browsers? So,
Well, if they are, I hope that they tell us that that's on the radar for them to do, even though I'm sure they couldn't commit to doing it right away because they need stability, need to get the game working well first. But to know that it's on their radar that this is something that a lot of players would like to have access to, then maybe they'll get back on their to-do list.
Well, CM Diary is around the corner, so maybe that will pop up there next week.
That would be good.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I've been posting the link. Y'all are talking out there, but I'll post it another time. Does anybody else have much else? We've talked about escape velocity. We've talked about VXP weekend. Is there something we're missing, or something I'm missing that I didn't bring up, or we haven't discussed yet?
Well, we talked a little bit about the FM.
Yeah. It's we talked about that on Wednesday. They divide by 2,000, but at the same time they increase the price of the isotope armors at level 2. In the old school point system, they went from 25 million to 34 million. So there was a significant increase there. So
well, with all the beginning players that we've got now, they ain't got to worry about hitting the 40s or any of the rest of them, because if they got a new fleet, a one the new FM fleet, you, why are they keeping all the targets under, what is it? All the targets that are under 120? They just know they need to just go ahead and phase those out, I guess.
No, because they'll have new players coming in this week that won't have those fleets. They won't have Praetorians. They've always got to leave a ladder.
Yeah. Yeah. Which does bring up an issue as far as, which I think I already just brought up, but the fact that I like to hit the 127s, but sometimes, using I'll look around at the SSRBs near my base, but sometimes it'll take me, look at the closest ones, and then I'm like, fuck it, I'll use the locator, and it's going to be, I'm in the next sector. I got to, drive a minute each way in order just to find those targets. And with the number of targets that we're being asked to hit, shouldn't why are these targets based at the SSRBs and not closer to our bases?
There should be more of them.
I think that's the reason there's more space around the SSRBs than our bases, so they can put them in there. Because just like the VXP targets, they used to have them spawn around the SSRBs and the towers. Now they're just around the SSRBs. I think it's just where they can find space for them to spawn on the maps.
Yeah, but who is hitting 114s at this point?
I have no earthly idea.
Okay. Yeah, there's certain targets I'm like, is anybody hitting these? They're just out there. People are hitting the 120s, 121s, 127s, 135s. The rest of the targets that are out there, I'm not sure.
139s.
I do the 139s before bedtime.
Okay. Yeah, and Nate's hitting the 139s. So yeah.
I can have
114s, 125s. Okay.
Yep, can't see it.
I don't hardly even see anybody hitting the 105s either.
Yeah.
But while you're talking about the locator, I can have my FN fleet sitting right beside a 120. Just out of curiosity, go up to the locator and see where it's going to put me. It puts me 2 sectors over.
Yeah, locator's still not working well.
Yeah, the locator works if they're not near the SSRBs, but if things are near the SSRBs, it doesn't work. It just sends you wherever.
And for me, when I go searching the map, it like eats up my memory, and I'll have to refresh more often.
And you forgot where you were.
And I forgot where I was, and maybe I'm not as close as I thought, and I don't know where I parked my fleet.
Because it ate up your memory. Yeah. But yeah, finding the targets in the FM seems to be the big part of it, personally.
And now everybody's probably got at least 10 fleets. Some probably have 15 fleets out there hitting those 120. So I bet they disappear real quick.
So
as soon as you find one, somebody else will too.
Yeah.
I wonder if every time Siege comes around, if it's going to be more and more that we're not going to have countermeasures on, because this is the second time we've had to build our fleets without countermeasures. The first one was the ERADs and the strikes. Only they're going to start doing that more and more with just Siege.
Yeah, I think personally, I think the countermeasures make it much more difficult for them to balance targets. Because also before they started eliminating them, they limited the number of slots you could put on, if you look at the Praetorians, you got 4 slots, and then you got other ships where you only have 2 slots. So they're trying to limit the countermeasures just to make it easier to balance the target, is my assumption.
I just leads to minimum damage. We're always going to get damage, and there's no way even driving isn't going to help you get 0 air, 0 damage. It's always going to be damage.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess people don't want to come on the show. I assume it's because of Lady Cat being so nasty towards people.
That's scaring me.
No, they're trying to do everything that they need to get done this weekend
Mm-hmm.
with, terminal velocity, FM, VXP.
Well, we showed you how to do VXP pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
There's no you can't complain about VXP weekend if you do it that way.
Well, I can't complain. I can complain with my 2, the 2 that I built, 5 hours
Yeah.
repairs.
10 hours for me for my 4. I should have waited. I didn't realize that they were going to take so long to repair. The repair time really bothers me because even at halftime, once I get my fleet done, that repair time's pretty big if I'm not a good driver.
Okay. Well, Scorcher turbine versus sync drive. Yeah, that's something that Renato brought up earlier, as far as some of the work he's doing, as far as looking at your evade. And there seemed to be back and forth damnations, like, fuck evade, and it's it's tricky because there's so many specials on the Punishers that between we talked about before, as far as multi-shot, building damage, supercharge, reload, all these things offensively. It's tricky at this point to know what you're supposed to do.
And adding on to that, we're probably going to get a new special in Pillage, and we're not exactly sure
what it's going to do.
We're not exactly sure what you're going to say, Derby.
Derby cut out, but
Right. Yeah, but yeah, what special are we going to get? Which one is it going to replace?
Yeah.
That's more refits if we refit, but we can't afford not to fit our ships because in Pillage we'll also get a flag, probably.
Yeah, and in the first raid in the cycle, you need to have in regards to what you need. Do you need to have the Punishers, or are you going to be fine with your with your riots? I don't know. Because you don't need that many points, and maybe don't stress about them. I have no idea. This is one of those ones where they've left a lot of things open.
Does it seem like I threw me another hole to build? I put an engine, the special, one of the one of the limited launchers on it, and the radioactive battery, and it's like 8 hours building. Has anybody kind of noticed that the build times for these going up?
Well, some of the components stayed the same, but they added more. In regards to like armor plates and whatnot. and more my concern is not just that, but the fact that it appears that we need to refit them all afterwards. That's
Well, I'm not going to even have a fleet for the first raid. I'm just going to do what I can, depending on what they have with my riots, and if they do anything like they have been doing with the A sets. If I'm going to be wanting the bonus, which is 100,000, I believe, I'll have to hit the 142, 143, and then the top target in that, which we used to be the 903, will be the 803. You'll end up having to hit all three of those just to even get the bonuses.
mhm.
Or pick your favorite target and grind out 100 of those.
Yeah. Yeah, but your favorite target might be, might not be related to the Punisher. Because what do you think you're going to get? We're going to get, at best, I think we're going to get a tier 9 defender and maybe a special. Maybe we're going to get a tier 9. We already have one tier 9 Conqueror.
Well, if it's anything like the last raid, we got a new engine. So are they going to come out with a new siege engine?
Who knows?
I think they'll come out with a new engine and a replacement for radioactive battery after the first raid. Before the first raid, I'm expecting some sort of special and pillage, probably replacing what I put on instead of high pressure piping. Those are my guesses. They might be wrong, but
Okay.
Because every time they come out with, a new tier of stuff, everything changes. New engines, specials, and everything. So, you know,
Yeah, and I don't mind slow building. I just don't know how to slow build it either.
Yeah, but my point is that basically we don't know. So, and generally, the first raid in the cycle is not something that everybody's like, oh, I need to have that. So, maybe you can get away with, older stuff. I don't know.
Hitting the lower targets.
Yeah, I'm not encouraging this. I just sort of the way I see it. I just don't. Not a
Well, it used to be that first raid, you would learn what works and what doesn't, and you would learn how to do the target so you could do it for next time. But now they're changing the targets between raids, so that doesn't work either.
Yeah, and I talked
they're keeping a pretty similar style though. So
They're similar style, but they're still different. So you think you can do it, and then you get to the next raid and you can't because you have to relearn it again.
yeah, like the riot raid when they were first raid comes around, they had certain type of targets. When the raid come around again, they had different targets.
Yeah, they've been doing that all the time. But okay, there's not much else. Put the link in the right hand side again, and we're going for an hour. So, oops, there we go. Okay, well, everybody can like the new 99F. I like the new 99U, but we will see. So, all right. Well, we'll see you all on Wednesday, and if not before. And Chuck remembers the Wednesday show because it feels like with everything they're doing, they're bringing the 3 month cycle back. It's not the players. Between the slow release of the limited weapons, the dock weight issue, as far as the fact that they're going to double Punishers will not fit. And then the fact that they're adding more armor slots, but they're not increasing the they're not decreasing the build time associated with them. So it takes more time to put their armor on. It feels much more like 3-month cycle than the 2-month cycle that we've grown accustomed to. So alrighty. We'll see you all on Wednesday.
Good night, all. Have fun. Remember, it's all about the fun.
Hashtag don't delete the app.
Okay.